What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this one we're going to be doing a website review. For those of you who are new to the channel, I regularly do videos like this whereby I review a niche website within a given niche, and it's something that's being listed on a website called Motion Invest. And Motion Invest is a place where many of you can go and purchase websites that are relatively cheaper than where you would find them on like Empire Flippers or some of the bigger authorities or marketplaces. So they usually work with sites that are earning under $2,000 per month. The site today, I believe, is averaging around $392 per month. Currently brings in 12,000 visits per month, has a domain authority, I believe, now at 27 and a page authority at 26, and then 139 articles posted. The actual website is this website here called Laptop Champs, and I'll just be breaking down exactly my thoughts and processes of whether this website is good to potentially purchase. And yeah, I'll also be at the end sharing a friend of mine's feedback on what he thinks of this site as well, and he's actually also a subscriber. If any of you ever feel that you want to share your kind of feedback on a given website, then send me over the website that's being sold along with your review of the website, of the pros and cons of broken down, and I'll potentially share that on the channel. Okay, so what we're going to do is go over everything about this site. We're going to look at the content, you know, the anchor text, the speed, the media, the content formatting, everything. Okay, so we're just going to break it all down. All right, so if we take a look at this, first of all, aesthetically it looks very good. You know, just looking at this on the forefront, this website looks very good, especially within the given niche that it's in. So it looks like a kind of tech website. You know, even the ads are quite relevant to what you would expect to see on a site like this. Something that they're also doing well as well is they've got this kind of portal homepage here, and they've got their how-to articles, which looks very genuine. So if they were to ever get like a manual review from Google or anything like that, you know, it looks very genuine, very legitimate. And then we've also got their buyer intent, and this is something that if you have a portal kind of homepage, I would definitely get those buyer articles right on that homepage. So you can see here they've got a list of different best this, best that, best this, best that. So that's all for the best buys, which is brilliant. I think I wouldn't really change it. You know how they've got that there and then they've got this here. I'd probably keep it almost exactly the same, or maybe test and see if I put them up there and swap those ones down there, you know, but very good. And then we can see they've got ads by Amazon right here for nice and expensive laptops, given the commission rates dropping. I don't know in this niche what it is, but obviously, you know, they can make some nice earnings on those kind of commissions. $3,000 laptop. And then as we come down here, they've got some more buyer intent. I love it that it's in this box, very nice and aesthetic. Then this ad, and then so on and so forth. So it looks very good. When we come to the bottom, they've got their affiliate disclosure, privacy policies, contact us page, and about us page. One of the things that I immediately saw that I would improve on this site is the about us page is very short, you know, so like I would maybe add a few authors to the site. You can keep it as a brand for a site like this. Honestly, you don't have to have an author, like not so much, but I would, given all of the circumstance with EAT and all of this kind of thing, I would just have an author, even if it's like a persona. Yeah, okay, so like just a fictitious character. I would definitely get that on this site, because that probably could increase the authority of the site. Now it has good authority for the time that the site's been around. It's only 15 months old, so obviously for how long it's been here, it's acquired quite a lot of backlinks. I think like 96 odd. If we actually scroll down to the bottom here, we'll take a look at that. 96 backlinks, and then 640 links from 96 referring domains. So that's brilliant. And they're ranking for over 8,000 keywords according to this, but then what they've listed here is 5,000 keywords. Also, the site's on an upward trajectory, so that's very good because it's on a climb, you know, uphill. And you can see here, look, since the genesis of this site, you can see that over the course of a year and a half roughly, the site's just been on an upwards direction. And then obviously, you know, upwards rankings and upwards earnings. So we can see here May 2019, and then we've had record months thereafter each and every month, which is brilliant. Even if it's minimal, it's still obviously hitting more numbers the following month than the previous. So it's on an uphill climb. And then if we take a look at the Amazon earnings, you can see that also growing. They had a good month in December. That could be around Christmas time when a lot of people are going to be tuning into a niche like this. And then obviously you can see here, based on new commission rates, that they've been affected just a little bit, not too much. And then obviously Ezoic earnings as well. So they're actually making pretty decent amount from Ezoic ad and Amazon commissions. Okay, not bad at all. You can see it's doing like $643 a month, which is very good for a site like this. I don't know how much it was actually being sold for. I'm not sure on that. It already got sold by the time we got to it. You know, if you want to check out more sites like this, then just click the link in the description, and there's a link to Motion Invest where you can actually go check out this stuff and what's listed on there now. All right, so if we actually get back to this website, I like the fact that they've got best laptops, ergonomic mouse, laptop bags, accessories, how to. I probably wouldn't have the how to up there. I'm not really sure on that one, like, you know, but it's obviously how to articles. And then they've got like here, like best laptops, and then obviously they go into some of their buyer intent content. The only thing that I did find is that it's very hard to find like the straight buyer intent content. So they do have quite a few buyer intent articles, but I'd say they're probably a good 90% informational based on this, which is good, because what I would say is what they've done is kind of proven that there are still opportunities within any given niche. And the reason why is a lot of people would say that this is a very saturated niche and it's very highly competitive, which it kind of is, yeah, but at the same time, because you're up against sites like, you know, Wirecutter and all of that kind of thing. But what they've done is they've actually targeted all the long tail specific keywords that the big sites are not. So instead of obviously, you know, targeting like best gaming laptops, they've targeted what specs should you look for in a gaming laptop. People are typing that in, but probably it's underserved in the search engine. So you can see specs look gaming laptop or whatever the keyword is they're trying to rank. They've got very good clean permalinks as well, and categorized pretty decent as well. I'd improved the categorization of the site a little bit, but you've got down here these two boxes to related articles, which are very good. These ones are the product reviews, which are brilliant. So that means everyone that comes in to the informational based articles are then funneled through to a potential buyer intent article. The ads are brilliant. I bought a pair of trainers yesterday, so that's like a retargeting ad, which is quite funny because I was looking at those exact trainers. Not the most stylish. I wasn't going to buy them, don't worry. Then we've got some more popular articles. So these might be the ones that are getting the most views within their content, you know, or like the highest amount of engagement. Well, it's obviously not, because this one's only 32 views. I'm not sure on maybe they got some links in here. I'm not really sure why they're linking to these ones. But at the same time, what's very good, or it might be relevant to that topic, that's I'm not sure. But anyway, so what's also very good is the content. Like I was quite impressed with the content. Very good. It's in first person, which I think is very good a lot of the time. So it's I and you opposed to we and they and us and whatever else, even though it's a kind of branded kind of website, which you could potentially talk in first or third person. It's totally up to you on a site like this. And then, you know, they've got lots of information, well researched content, good use of H2s, H3s, so on and so forth. So they're breaking them all down into subsections, which is brilliant. They've got table of contents plus plugin, okay, if you wanted to check that out as well. And it's very good. You can share the articles, you know, on Facebook, Twitter. They're highlighting those two. Then if you wanted it on those, I think it looks good, it feels good, it's a legit site, and they're doing some great keyword research. The keywords are absolutely brilliant. I would say this is one of the best examples I've seen on all of these reviews of great keyword research. Their keyword research is bang on the money. Yeah, they're basically finding underserved keywords in a highly competitive niche, and this is exactly the approach that I would take. The only thing is they've protected the content so you can't right click, and I mean, for some people they want to, that's so people don't copy it and whatever. There's plugins you can use for that, but I personally wouldn't. I don't know, that's subjective, you know. It's not harming the site in any way, but I think to a certain degree, you know, it does kind of a little bit hurts the user experience. And then they're also linking out to authority sites, which aren't Wikipedia, just big authority sites within this particular space. And then they've got related articles. Like, there's a lot that this site is just doing very well. Like, and it's honestly, it was quite hard to find anything that I would actually improve on the site, which was quite funny. Yeah, I'll actually get into a few things that I would potentially change if I were to take this site over. All right, so one of the things that I actually would change immediately is definitely the amount of buyer intent content they have. Yeah, I would add more buyer intent content. I think they've got quite decent amount, and they're mainly monetizing with the avenue, with the method that they've chosen. So when you're doing this kind of underserved method and trying to get a lot of traffic and informational articles, you're basically, ads are going to be your best friend. Yeah, so monetizing with like Ezoic or Mediavine is going to be your best friend. You're going to make a ton of your income from that source. Okay, so they're doing that like straight up. They're making more on the ads than they are on the affiliate side, but I do still think that they've got a very good chance at monetizing with affiliate, purely because the site is very much focused around laptops. Now what they're using here is a partial match domain. So what we say by partial match is they've got a partially matching keyword within the name of the site. So we've got here laptops champ. Okay, so laptops champ. So some people might say it's branded, but anything to do with laptops is probably going to rank, because if we do even this on the page, you can quickly see that's laptops, then laptop. You can see everything related to laptops is going to have a lot of relevancy to this domain name. Okay, so the only downside to that is they're limited to how far this site can scale. Okay, so the good thing about it though is because of the niche, it constantly has new products and also very high premium products. So although it's limited to just laptops, there's a huge amount of opportunity at the same time. So this is one of those niches you can actually consistently make income from it over a long period of time, because there's always new products coming out. The downside to it is that whatever kind of buyer intent content you do could quickly become outdated. But again, how they've actually swerved around that in this scenario is they're targeting all the informational based articles. So this is going to be relevant for a lot longer than buyer intent content. So like something like what brand lasts the longest, that's probably going to stay like that for about 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Okay, so you can see, look, can a MacBook iCloud be locked? That's something that no matter whether it's the new 2025 MacBook, it's probably going to still apply to it. You see, so they've done a very good job, and I think given the circumstances with Amazon, we're probably going to see a lot more sites like this. They've got a brilliant logo. I even like this little top rated thing, because look, it's promoting articles within the site. Like, so they've set some kind of plugin to do this. I think it's brilliant. Like, honestly, there's not much I would really fault about this site. So definitely I'd add some more buyer intent articles, because I think that they have a lot of opportunity there. They had two pop-ups that came up. Yeah, one of them were brilliant. It was like incentivized and whatever else. Yeah, it had like, enter competition to potentially win a laptop. I think that's absolutely brilliant. But then they had another one that was just like stay up to date or something. Like that one, I don't really think that a lot of people are just going to opt in randomly to just staying up to date with something. Like if they don't have there's no incentive for them to leave their email. So I would personally get rid of that, because they've got two pop-ups actually coming up at the same time. See, so this is the one I'm talking about. So they've got two that pop up. This is one of them, and they're actually asking for your mobile number. I don't think you have to put that in, but you can see here it's just like there's nothing quality goodies. Like, I mean, why would you give your email for that? You don't know what's going on. There's another one that actually tells you you're going to enter a competition to potentially win a laptop. I think that's brilliant, but this one, obviously, I would definitely get rid of that. And if you want that one, then just keep it in the sidebar and incentivize it. That's what I would definitely say. When actually checking for broken links, I found two on the site. So these are the two broken links. They probably don't know of them, because maybe recent or something, a product could have changed or whatever it is. I don't have a clue. I'm not really looking into it. It's only two links, so I'd fix those two links. And another thing is the page speed was very bad. Like, so the actual user experience on the front end is pretty good when I'm actually clicking through and going from page to page, but it's a little bit slow. Look, as we can see, I've got fiber optic internet, so it's very quick, and then it's a little bit slow on the click, but it's not bad. Yeah, but when we actually check the metrics, we can see that it's very bad. Yeah, here. And then let's have a look at I just took a random few pages. This was like the average was like 2 megabytes per page, so I think they need to reduce the size of the images, or potentially what I'd then do is install a plugin. There's two plugins you can install, like Image Optimizer or whatever it's called. I can't remember exactly, but it works in conjunction with another one. I would use those to images. The other thing is they've got brilliant featured images. I think their featured images are absolutely brilliant, and even the way they've got that, like just a little writing there, lets you know you're in the right place. And then they come in with like these question sentences that resonate with the reader, and I always preach this: either hit them with like a kind of fact or something like that, like some kind of knowledge, or like come in with a question that resonates with them. So you see, like, what are things that blah blah blah, like this is the question that people have. So if you ask them that question that they have in their head when they type this, then they're bound to kind of think that you, or assume that you've got the answer. You know, it's just when someone truly understands your question, they probably know the answer to the question. Okay, so I think that's like probably the best way you can open articles, is basically asking a question that resonates with the reader. Okay, that basically the reader has. If we have a look at this one again, you know, the grammar's very good on the site, everything, and the images are very good. This, like, they're coming in with knowledge kind of example. This one, you know, that's the way you would come in on this, yeah, because they're talking about this particular esport professional Fortnite player and whatever else, yeah. So, you know, you've got that image, and then they're explaining who he is and why it's there, and so on and so forth. So I love this as well, because it tells you how long the read is. So that's brilliant. This is a very good example, guys, of a niche website. Like, honestly, this is like, I'd give this a 9 out of 10. Like, it's a very good website. Like, I think it's good. Like, they're doing a great job. It's absolutely brilliant. And for anyone that purchased the site, it's a brilliant opportunity, because it's on an uphill climb, you know, direction at the moment, and it just has a whole kind of plethora of different opportunities around this site. So I think it's brilliant. I would reduce the size of the pages, like I said, so the images are definitely bring down, and you can see it's loading in average 4 seconds. So I'd bring that down to under 3 seconds for each page, preferably 2 seconds. But obviously, you know, this is a very media rich kind of site, which is brilliant as well, because they're using a lot of imagery to entice the reader and confirm that they're in the right place, and break up the text and keep you reading to the call to actions. I think it's a very good site. Honestly, there's not a lot I can fault. Another thing that I would improve is they had like a few images on some of these articles that had hyperlinks. I would just not do that. Like, it's bad on the user experience. Some people it works for, you know, maybe split test that against not doing it, but I personally don't tend to do that, because people end up clicking on things that they don't want to, and it hurts the experience of the site. So they're capturing leads, which is brilliant. I don't know what they're doing in the back end, but obviously they must be promoting some products there, which would be very good. They can keep promoting, can be very commercial based on the emails as well. They could have an email funnel with just pitch after pitch after pitch after pitch, because of the type of website this is, you know. So I think it's brilliant. If someone opts into this, they're expecting to get promoted products to, you know, it's not something where they're trying to get more information on something. It's more like, you know, they want to know the latest products. The only last thing I would preferably do on a site like this is honestly just identify some of those pages that are not ranking where they should be. You know, it's been 6 to 8 months or so, and they're just not ranking. So I would go and identify those pages, improve them. That's one of the first things I would do. I would consistently increase the content. I'd probably go 50% buyer intent, 50% informational, or maybe 80% buyer informational and 20% buyer intent, because they're very ad focused, so you can continue that kind of trend, you know. And I think it's so good, because it's a commercial site, but it doesn't give you a commercial push, you know, so you don't feel like you're just being sold to when you come here. It actually looks like somewhere you're going to get some good information. So top marks for this site. Well done to whoever created it. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, there's not much I can really say about this. It's just a good opportunity. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go over to my friend's email. He gives very thorough, in-depth emails about these websites, and this was his recommendations. Thank you to Diabetic Game Guy. Absolutely brilliant recommendation in this scenario. This is a great example of what people need to be doing. Obviously, I might change up that nav bar, but look, this is minor stuff. It's so minimal. Like, it's just brilliant. Honestly, they've done such a good job. And if any of you are wondering why I'm wearing these glasses, these are just glasses that remove the blue light. You can actually check that out on Amazon. They're just good for if you're on the computer. I actually use an app called Flux, which works through out the day with me. So look, you see like what time it's at. It will basically adjust the brightness of my screen and whatever else. I use that, and that's automatic. I'm just testing out using these glasses as well, and it actually does help in the evenings when you're wearing them. It's not the evening now, it's only like 2:20, but I thought let me just check it out, you know, and test them out during the day as well. Hey Leon, it's great to continue the site a series of breakdowns. Before I dive in, I want to include my standard disclaimer, so on and so forth. By no means, I am in no means asserting the fair market value and it's for entertainment purposes only. The change to the Amazon affiliate program has created an opportunity in this space. Yeah, previously I always chose higher commission niches because of 8% commission was just so enticing for me, merely sending people to Amazon. In May, the average item purchase on my sites were $39, so at an 8% commission rate resulted in $3.16 per item sold. At the 3% commission rate, I am now only seeing $1.18 per month. In my honest opinion, the new commission rate is a game changer. PCs are at 2.5%, which is only 0.5% lower, and the items in the PC category have significantly higher prices. In the current environment, I believe PC computers are a 9.5 out of 10 niche. Yeah, okay, it has a mass appeal as nearly every household will have one or more computers. It is also something that can easily be niched down, such as best travel laptops, best low power usage laptop, best laptop for young kids. Additionally, you can go another dimension by adding gaming in any of the above posts for a slightly different angle. Best gaming laptop for young kids, so on and so forth. I also like the fact that there is both evergreen and seasonal content in this topic. This guy is so good. Like, honestly, like, I just have to say he's brilliant. Like, it's so true, because I said that it's like it's seasonal, but it's not at the same time, and it's because of the angle that they've taken. Okay, if you're more active, you can write more posts based on new technologies that come out, exactly as I was saying. Bigger surprises to laptop from CES 20. Alternatively, you can write some evergreen content such as informational based. How can I upgrade my laptop memory, which is amazing buyer intent keyword but lead to other sales or blah blah blah. So it's informational, but it still has buyer intent behind it, which is brilliant. As I was analyzing this, I became so enamored, in love with the topic, that I will be creating a site in the niche within the next 9 months for my portfolio. Guys, this is why I'm telling you to go over to Motion Invest, so you can see sites that are just a little bit doing good, like, you know, getting like 20-30,000 visits a month, and you can see what niches are working. You can actually go see those sites. The single only drawback is that it is dominated by some major tech players, as I was saying, Wirecutter and all that. That's your competition. These massive channels always get the top spots on broad terms. Again, as I was saying, all these best gaming whatever, it's going to be Wirecutter and all of that, but they're finding those underserved long tail keywords. But I think there are so many long tail keywords that you can easily build a site with 200. This is why I love having friends like this on the internet. Honestly, brilliant person. Yeah, so over the last several reviews, there's been common thread of medium to low quality content. The site is a prime example of what useful, informative content looks like. Brilliant. The posts are filled with data and helpful tips. The posts include warnings and things to look out for as a consumer. There are some opportunities around formatting and product recommendations. He's reading my mind. But I instantly believe the author has expertise on the subject matter. Definitely, they know what they're talking about. Overall, the posts are shorter than we've seen on other sites. I calculated the word count, an average of 5 popular pages, and it came out to 1,360 words per post. The average listing says 139 posts, which means they're roughly 189,000 words. At a cost of $30 per 1,000 words, at $10 per post for editing, I come up with a content recreation cost of $7,061.20 for an average level of content. That being said, I would place a premium on its content and put a closer to $60 per 1k words. This is both due to the lack of fluff words and padding and the expertise demonstrated in the post. At this rate, the recreation cost is $12,732.40. In terms of backlinks, there are links from 96 linking root domains, 96 different entities, yeah, like websites linking to them domains. The site started in January 2019 and it has a steady upwards trending link growth the whole time. That's right, the backlinks are growing as well with the rankings and content. There are no warning signs for me in the backlink profile, as with me, no warning signs. From a cash flow perspective, the site has nice opportunities. Over the last 6 months, the site has averaged 20,261 visits per month. Using the current Amazon commission, the site has earned an average of $390 per month. At a 30x multiple, this site's current cash flow is 11,700, but I see a lot of upside here. The traffic and income are both trending upward. Looking at only the last 2 months, the site has averaged $660.50, meaning a 30x multiple of that would be $19,000. Okay, I would be willing to spend the 19k, but the listing price was 11k. Wow, only $11,000 for this site. That is shocking. Yeah, which is lower than the model of the last 6 months, and the number of referring domains that have doubled since that honestly, honestly, like guys, if you want to buy a site, like Motion Invest is absolutely brilliant. If I were the owner, I would invest time analyzing the post for placement and performance. As a visitor, I felt inundated with the 10 or more ads appearing on every page that I visited. Furthermore, I am not a fan of the what? He's saying everything that I've said. If I had stumbled across the site from Google search, I would have bounced off the site before giving it much of a chance. In April, the site earned $647 on 30,123 visits. This puts it at an earnings per thousand views at $21.47, which is currently lower than both you and I are seeing. Furthermore, his earnings per thousand views breakdown is $11.38 on Ezoic and $9.95 on Amazon. By decluttering the articles and making a clear product recommendations, I believe there'd be fairly straightforward increase for an earnings per thousand views at 30, which would put the monthly earnings at $900 for the site valuation at 27,000. The site went so quickly, it's literally before I clicked, so on and so forth. I'd be willing to pay 11k. Given the opportunity of the site, I could have realistically been willing to pay up to 15k for this site with full due diligence. I could never say that. Absolutely brilliant. I love these emails. He's so good, honestly, guys. And he also responds in the comment section. So if any of you have any questions that you'd like to fire away at him, then I'm sure he'll get back to you in the comment section. So if you did like this video, then make sure to leave a like on the video. If you are new, then as with always, make sure you subscribe and hit that subscribe, switch on notifications too. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Like, this is part of a whole series. If you haven't seen the rest of the videos, go check out the entire series in my playlist. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I hope I don't look too nerdy with these glasses. Peace.